Assalamualaikum. I am Siti Karimisa binti Husiningrat with number Mathematic 284747 from Group 2.
Let's start now. Question number 1 asks to determine whether the function fs which is concave upward or concave downward. This question is about convexity. Let's solve this. First, you need to define it using power rule, so we can get first derivative 3x squared minus 12x plus 18. Then you need to find second derivative to determine either concave is upward or downward. Use the same power rule, so you can get second derivative is 6x minus 12. Step number 2, to find the interval, you need to let second derivative equal to 0. 6x minus 12 equal to 0, and we will get x equal to 2, so the interval are negative infinity to 2 and 2 to positive infinity. Step 3, we need to identify whether to concave upward or downward. By test the number interval, we can use any number in the interval. To test it, I use negative 2 and 7 to test the value of x. After we get all the value of x and psi, we can summarize them. Since f more than 0 for each value of x on the interval to positive infinity, then f is concave upward or interval to positive infinity. Since f less than 0 for each value of s on the interval in negative infinity to 2, then f is concave downward on the interval negative infinity to 2. Now to question 1b, we need to describe the behavior of the marginal using the cost functions. So the question is about marginal cost and interpretation. The first question for 1b is we need to find the marginal cost function. We need to derivative of the total cost function cx, same method like previous question using the power rule. So we can get 0.0003x squared minus 0.00cx plus 5. Second question for 1b is we need to describe the behavior of the marginal cost function, whether concave upward or concave downward. First step, we need to find the second derivative, and we get 0.000006x minus 0.006. Step number 2, we need to let second derivative equal to 0 to identify interval. So we get s equal to 1000, and the interval is negative infinity to 1000 and 1000 to positive infinity. Last step is we need to identify where concave upward or downward using the test number. So I use test numbers 900 and 1300. I get the value of x for interval negative infinity to 1000 is negative. Meanwhile, the value of x for 1000 to positive infinity is positive. So we can summarize that if f less than 0, so f is concave downward on the interval. If f more than 0, so f is concave upward on the interval. For the question 1c is about revenue, cost and profit function. First question for 1c is we need to find the level of production that yield a maximum profit. Step number 1, find the profit function px. We need to use formula for profit function since the question did not provide the profit function. Formula for profit function is total revenue minus total cost. So we get negative 3x squared plus 21x squared minus 72x plus 800. Step number 2, find the derivative of profit function using power rule and get negative 3x squared plus 42x minus 72. Step number 3, let the derivative equal to 0 to get the level of production. So we will get the level of production is 2 and 12. To get it, you can use two methods, which is using calculator or try and error factor. Step number 4, find the second derivative to find. It is as you need the maximum profit. Last step, we need to check the productive level which are 2 or 12. Using the second order condition COS, to find its maximum or minimum. When x equal to 2, we will get the profit function is 30, which is more than 0. So it is minimum. While x equal to 12, we get the profit function is negative 30 is less than 0. So it is maximum. We can say that since Ps less than 0, when s equal to 12, which is the maximum point. Maximum, therefore the level of production that will yield a maximum profit is 12. For last question is we need to find the price per unit to maximum the profit. So when the level production is equal to 12, we will get the answer is 1232, but we need to divide to 12 for price per unit. Lastly, we get the price per unit to maximize profit is Rm 102 ringgit.67 cent.
Thank you for watching.